One plate, 100 yen. A train of raw fish gliding toward your seat. Welcome to Japan's conveyor belt sushi, where dinner arrives by robot and the bill is counted in empty plates. Most people think sushi is expensive. They picture a quiet counter, a serious chef, and a check at the end that makes you wince. In Japan, some of the best sushi you'll ever eat costs about the same as a candy bar, and it comes to you on a tiny bullet train. Today, we travel inside the strange, brilliant machine that is Kaiten-zushi, the conveyor belt sushi restaurant, to find out how Japan turned a luxury food into a theme park anyone can afford. This is why Japan's conveyor belt sushi is heaven. Let's start where it all began, with the belt itself. The year is 1958, and a restaurant owner in Osaka named Yoshiaki Shiraishi has a serious problem. His standing sushi bar is popular, but he can't hire enough staff to keep up. Skilled hands are expensive, customers are waiting, and the math simply doesn't work. He's close to giving up when he visits an Asahi beer factory and watches the bottling line. Bottles glide along a conveyor belt, smooth and endless, each one carried to the next worker without anyone running back and forth. And Shiraishi has the thought that will change how a country eats. What if the sushi moved instead of the waiter? He spends years tinkering with the idea, working out the right belt speed so plates don't slide off and customers can still grab them cleanly. About 5 centimeters per second, it turns out, is the magic pace. In 1958, he opens Mawaru Genroku Sushi, the first conveyor belt sushi restaurant in the world. Customers sit at a counter, plates of sushi drift past on a winding belt, and you simply reach out and take whatever looks good. No ordering, no waiting, no waiter at all. It is an instant sensation. People line up not just for the cheap sushi, but to watch the food parade past like a tiny, edible carnival. At first, other restaurant owners think Shiraishi is crazy. Why give up control of which customer gets which plate? Why let people just grab whatever they like? But the numbers speak for themselves. A belt that never gets tired, never takes a break, and never asks for a raise turns out to be the perfect employee. Within a couple of decades, the idea spreads across all of Japan. By the time the 1970 World Expo in Osaka puts it on a global stage, the rotating sushi bar is a national icon. And Shiraishi keeps inventing, even patenting a curved plate designed to ride the belt more smoothly around corners. The man who couldn't find enough waiters ended up building a restaurant that barely needed any. Now here is the real genius of the system, the part that makes the low price possible. Think about what a normal sushi restaurant has to pay for. Skilled chefs who trained for years. Waiters taking orders and carrying plates. A calm, refined atmosphere that takes up space and time. All of that comfort is built into the price of every single piece you eat. The conveyor belt quietly deletes the most expensive part, the service. The sushi makes its own way to every seat in the building. One kitchen can feed a room full of people with almost no floor staff at all. Fewer staff means lower costs, and lower costs means sushi becomes an everyday food instead of a special occasion. That is the whole trick. Japan didn't make sushi cheap by making it worse. It made sushi cheap by removing the waiter and letting a belt do the walking. Now, let's talk about the plates, because at a conveyor belt restaurant, the plates are how you pay. At a traditional restaurant, you order, you eat, and at the end, a bill appears from somewhere. Here, it works in reverse, right in front of you. Every plate has a color, and every color is a price. A blue plate might be 100 yen, a red plate 200, a gold plate something special. You take what you want off the belt, and you stack the empty plates beside you as you go. The tower grows at your elbow, plate by plate, a running receipt you can see with your own eyes. When you're finished, a staff member comes over, counts the stack by color, and reads off your total in seconds. There's a strange honesty to it. You always know roughly what you owe, because it's sitting right there in a leaning tower of porcelain. Some restaurants take this idea and make it beautifully simple. Every single plate is 100 yen, no matter what's on it. That means a slice of premium fatty tuna can cost exactly the same as a humble cucumber roll. Suddenly, every plate is a tiny gamble, and grabbing the expensive-looking fish feels like winning. Next comes the part that turns a meal into a game: the touch panel and the express lane. Walk into a modern chain like Sushiro, Kura Sushi, or Hama Sushi, and the experience has leveled up. You barely wait for anything to drift past on the main loop. At your seat, there's a touch screen, often in your own language. You scroll through photos of everything on the menu, you tap what you want, and your order is made fresh in the back, just for you. And it doesn't crawl out on the slow loop with everyone else's plates. It rides a separate express lane, a little bullet train track mounted above the main belt. Your plate shoots straight from the kitchen to your table and stops, precisely, right in front of your seat. A cheerful chime plays. Your sushi has arrived. You lift the plate off, you tap the screen to confirm, and the empty tray zips back to the kitchen on its own. Children press their faces to the table, waiting for the little train to come flying in. Adults pretend they are not doing exactly the same thing. At the biggest chains, the busiest branches send out thousands of these express deliveries a day, each one finding the right table without a single waiter involved. It feels like the future, and it costs you 100 yen. And if you've never done this before, the flow is wonderfully simple. You walk in, take a ticket from a machine, and wait for your number to light up. You're shown to a booth, you sit down, and everything you need is right there. Green tea powder, a hot water tap, soy sauce, chopsticks, and pickled ginger. You make your own tea, you tap the screen, and you start grabbing plates. There's no rush, no pressure, and no one hovering to take your order. When you want something specific and fresh, you order it on the panel. When you just want to graze, you pull whatever looks good off the belt. And when you're done, you press the button for the bill, and a staff member comes to count your tower. It is one of the most relaxing ways to eat out anywhere in the world. And it's built for first-timers and locals alike. And then there is Kura Sushi's famous twist, the feature that makes the whole table lean in. When you finish a plate at Kura Sushi, you don't stack it on the table. You slide it into a slot at the edge of your booth, like posting a letter into a mailbox. The plate disappears, gets counted automatically, and is whisked away to be washed. But here's the hook. For every 5 plates you post, a screen above your seat lights up and plays a short animation. It's a little lottery they call Bikurapan. Win, and a capsule toy drops down into a box beside you with a satisfying clunk. Suddenly eating sushi is a slot machine. A family of 4 will keep ordering plate after plate, not because they're still hungry, but because they are 4 plates away from another spin. It is a brilliant, slightly evil piece of design, and it works on absolutely everyone. Now let's talk about what's actually on the belt, because it stopped being just fish a long time ago. Yes, you'll find all the classics: tuna, salmon, shrimp, egg, squid, and eel. But a modern conveyor belt restaurant is a parade of the unexpected. There's corn battered in mayonnaise, sitting on rice like a little golden crown. There's fried chicken sushi, hamburger steak sushi, and slices of beef that get torched with a blowtorch flame seconds before they reach your seat. And it doesn't stop at sushi at all. The belt carries bowls of steaming ramen, baskets of French fries, plates of gyoza, cups of miso soup, and chawanmushi egg custard. Then comes the dessert section, rolling past on the very same belt as the raw tuna. Cheesecake, chocolate parfaits, warm fried dough, seasonal fruit tarts, Soft-serve ice cream you can spin yourself. A conveyor belt sushi restaurant in Japan isn't really a sushi restaurant. It's an all-you-can-browse food theme park, and sushi just happens to be the headliner. You could bring someone who claims they don't like raw fish, and they would still leave completely full and completely happy. Now for the question everyone asks. How is it this cheap, and is the fish actually any good? Let's be honest about the cheap part first. The very cheapest 100 yen plates are not the same as a high-end sushi counter, where a master ages each cut of fish and shapes every piece by hand. At a budget chain, a lot of that craft is done by machine. There are sushi robots that press rice into perfect little beds at thousands of pieces per hour, far faster than any human could. The staff mostly lay the fish on top and send it on its way. So no, this is not the rarefied art of a famous Tokyo chef. But here is the surprising part. The big chains are obsessed with freshness because their entire reputation rides on it. Many of them track every plate electronically as it circles the belt. After a set number of laps or a set amount of time, the system automatically pulls that plate off and throws the food away, so nothing ever sits out too long. Some chains have moved almost entirely to the order-by-screen model precisely so the fish is made fresh and barely circles at all. The big names buy enormous quantities of fish directly, which keeps both the price low and the supply fresh. The result is sushi that is genuinely good, genuinely cheap, and genuinely fun, all at the same time. It may not be the most refined sushi in Japan, but it might be the most joyful. And that combination, good enough plus cheap enough plus fun enough, is exactly why these places are on practically every street corner. So why does any of this matter, beyond a cheap and cheerful dinner? Because conveyor belt sushi is, in a strange way, all of Japan compressed into a single restaurant. It takes a traditional craft and runs it through a machine without killing the joy of it. It is efficient to the point of having no waiter at all. And yet, it adds a toy capsule lottery for no reason other than to make you smile. It is spotlessly clean, quietly high-tech, deeply affordable, and unexpectedly generous. Those are the very same instincts you find in Japanese vending machines that pour you a hot meal in seconds, and in Japanese buffets that hand you endless plates with a smile. You sit down at a conveyor belt restaurant as a complete stranger. You leave having played a game, eaten a dozen plates, won a tiny toy, and somehow spent less than the price of a movie ticket. That is the magic of kaiten-zushi. A bullet train of fish, a leaning tower of plates, and a country that decided, quietly, that everyone deserves good sushi. If Japan's vending machines and all-you-can-eat buffets felt like heaven to you, the conveyor belt sushi restaurant is the place where all of it comes together on one moving belt. Next time, we'll open another door into the everyday genius of Japan. Until then, keep your plates stacked high.